There has been a lot of buzz this year about, obviously, the Las Vegas Raiders. Things haven't gone according to plan with Derek Carr and company. Yeah, it hasn't been pretty. But there's also been a lot of buzz about the potential for going out and getting a guy like Lamar Jackson. Yes, he wasn't re-signed by the Baltimore Ravens. I know that there's going to be a huge contract standoff and all that. There's going to be a lot of different things going on. But there needs to be the question needs to be asked, apparently, if I can ask it. Should the Las Vegas Raiders go after Lamar Jackson? I think it makes a lot of sense. I was a guy that really stood in the corner for Derek Carr. I felt like he was a guy that, I didn't think he got necessarily a fair rap when it came down to it. I don't think the defense never had a top 15 defense. Insert all the arguments you would want to make here for Derek Carr, but Lamar Jackson would do some things to this team and for this team that I think it makes you think about it, especially when you think about this man and the fact that he owns a 45-16 all-time record as a starting quarterback in the NFL. He's thrown for 101 touchdown passes against only 38 interceptions, over 12,000 yards. That's not even, yes, we also know his prowess as a runner. I mean, the guy broke Michael Vick's in single season rushing record for quarterbacks. He's Lamar Jackson. We get all of that. And honestly, I think he could help kind of, if not completely, eliminate all of the problems that the Raiders have seen as far as what they've had in terms of their offensive line. I think he'd do a lot of different things there. But, there also has to be the question of, okay, yes, what happens with Derek Carr, number one? I think if you're going to go after Lamar Jackson, you trade him sooner rather than later. I know that technically he's still under contract and that his contract buyout or whatever, the opt-out, is February 14th, or they could potentially they need to trade him before then, So I think that really needs to be on the forefront, or at least the front of the Raiders' minds here. And you got to really look at the teams. But overall, Lamar Jackson is a guy, I think he can elevate your team. I don't think you need a top 20 defense if Lamar Jackson is your quarterback to at least compete and at least at a better rate than you did this year in the AFC West. I think that, obviously you want to help him out on defense, but if you keep Devontae Adams, if you bring in Lamar Jackson, if you keep guys like Josh Jacobs and Darren Waller and Hunter Renfrow, I think there's some interesting things you could do with this team, especially in terms of play calling. Now, again, also is he a scheme fit? Because obviously, yes, Josh McDaniels and company, they all come from the Patriots tree. Could that be something that could affect, making a play for Lamar Jackson as well? Obviously, I think that's something you have to consider. But if we're just talking about the sheer playmaking ability of Lamar Jackson, I think it has to be under consideration. I think the Raiders need to take a serious look at their quarterback situation. Is this a complete rebuild type year? Is this a year where, okay, yes, you go out and get a guy like Lamar Jackson? Do you roll with Jarrett Stidham? I think there's a lot of questions. I think it's going to be a very fun offseason, too, in terms of what we see from the Raiders. But overall, I think it has to be taken into consideration. Lamar Jackson is game changer at quarterback, and I think he could do a lot of things for the Raiders, especially down the line. But let us know what you guys think. Make sure you guys like and subscribe down below. Leave a like and a comment. It helps people find the show. We greatly appreciate all the support that we've gotten and continue to get. You guys are all truthfully awesome. We love every single one of you. Down in the description below, you'll find all of our social media platforms. So give us a like and a follow there. Also, remember to give us a listen and sub on iTunes. And finally, if you have anything else you'd like us to cover, send us an email at thesportsbp@yahoo.com or put it in the comment section down below, and we would love to cover it. But let us know what you guys think about if the Las Vegas Raiders need to go after Lamar Jackson.